All right, guys, we're at my buddy's house, and we just finished up his fountain pump. If you need to make one, let's get right into it. I'm gonna show you how. Okay, so now we're gonna put our, so what we have, our initial just rough, let's see what we got. Whoa! All right, guys, so we're out here at the pond. We were able to do a 50-foot rope. All right, guys, maiden voyage. I'm gonna fall over. All right, let's do it.
Oh yeah, that is phenomenal.
I've watered it here to here, and we're already out.
I think you're good.
36 feet diameter. 36 feet. I think that's perfect.
Me too.
So, okay guys, so what we have, our initial just rough test cap. We have one in the center, right? Which actually, I didn't get very straight. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 around that at about that much of an angle. And then we went to the sides and we dropped them about a 45. And there are 4, 8, 16. There's 20 of them around the perimeter. And then inside of that, we have another 3, 6, 12 that are just a little straighter. So that's the amount of holes. We have 1, we have 6, we have 12, and then 24, I think is what it is, because I multiplied as I go around, just brought them in the pattern. And then we took a 1/4-inch bit and we came in and we just deburred on the inside. That's what we've done. And then you can take your bit and just shove it in and out, get the rest of your little burrs off like that. You'll have a pretty decent holes for just drilling it out. So anyway, that's our head. And that is a 2-inch threaded cap, PVC.
Nice.
So we're out here in the shed this morning, and I'm gonna get a couple of these set up with some different patterns. My buddy wanted to try to find something with a more powerful or larger center sprays. The pattern's good, but we're just thinking about some alternatives when we get this out to the pond. So I'm gonna drill a couple more out, and let's see what we can do here. So 964 seemed to be a good size for the outside. So I'm gonna make a nice solid outside and put more holes, and then probably go for, that's a 3/16. We may do a few 3/16 holes in the center, make some nice heavy center sprays. So let's go to the drill press and see what we can do. Okay guys, well, I'm gonna try to get an angle on this here. So let me grab my wrench, but I want to try to drop this at an angle and we'll drill these out. Okay, so it's got this ridge on the top, so we're going to try to ride it on that. That way we can just turn it and drill these. So I'll get it centered up and clamped on. Let's get us a pen. Now for center, I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. long as it's close. This doesn't need to be perfect. We just want a guide to go off of here. Let's go drill some holes. Okay. And as I mentioned before, you want a nice slow speed on your drill because you don't want to melt the plastic. Now if you'll notice my bit is wiggling, that's because this is an older drill press and the spindle is actually bent. But it works. So I've got those. I think I want to put 2 holes in between each of these. So I may need to mark those to get those a little bit more accurate. So I drilled my first hole a little bit off center of the line, so I just continued that. That's why that looks like that. I really only need to do, this will be easier to eyeball this using a pen than a drill bit. So this is just a guide. I'm not getting too technical with this. Just to help keep me in line here. Okay, that looks good. Let's drill those out. Beautiful. Got a couple of them a little bit off, but in general, that is pretty darn good. Okay, so now I want to mark out for the second row. All right, I'm going to try to get my pencil marks off. Pen marks, and then that's pretty much center. And that will be pretty much center. Okay, we're going to bring these up more of a straight angle. Probably like that. Let's see here. That's a good place for a second row, right? Okay, so we have a middle row. Now let's drill some middle holes. Now for the middle holes, what I'm gonna do is go nearly flat, just a small amount, just a very, very small amount of angle. I want to nearly go straight up. But on this one, I think I'm going to do the 3 center, and I'm going to just barely angle them. Now, one of these, I'm actually going to go ahead and run 1 straight up. We're going to use a bigger bit. Okay, so I'm going to get my big bit here. I'm going to use a 3/16, and let's see what we can do with this. And we're going to do 3 holes. So I think I want to come out just a little. Yep, let's try it. 3, 1 there, and then 1 here. Well, I didn't get them perfectly in the center. That's okay. Looks pretty decent. Okay, So we're gonna drill a nice big hole in the center of this one. 5/16 bit, I believe, or a quarter. All right, we have a nice big hole in the center. And what I want to do is drill 3 or 4 holes around this, our next size down. Yeah, so this is a 1/4 inch bit in the center. This one is going to be 3/16. So we're going to drill some 3/16 holes at slight angles here. Okay, so slight angles. And let's mark this out. Okay. Now, once again, we need to do our center, our lines. I'm going to go ahead and make these, try to make these as accurate as possible this time. That way I have full guides for all the holes, which I should have done last time. Center hole, I don't think I got it quite perfect. But this float isn't going to sit quite perfect anyway, so I'm not really going to freak out about it. I'm just going to do the best I can without getting too crazy. Okay, let me divide each of these up. This is what I should have done the first time. For just eyeballing it, this is going to be way more accurate. Beautiful. Now that don't look too bad. All right, so let's figure out where 3 or 4 holes will be. If I go, all right, let's see here. Let's say I put one here. Here. I think I'll go 4. I think that'll work the best. So yeah, something like that. And then we'll do an outer band again on this one. Center hole was straight. This one's going to be just a slight angle. Let's try that. Okay. Yep, and that's how off-center my center hole is. I should have drilled these 4 first. Well, live and learn. Maybe by the 4th or 5th one I'll have it perfected. Okay, now let's do some outer bands. Let's get some more angle on this thing, and then we'll do the outside. Okay, we've got it pretty much where we want it. And let's drill some holes. Okay, I like it. We got some heavy center holes and not so heavy perimeter holes. We just need to take our drill bit and just ream these sharp edges off. Okay guys, so let me just show you what we got. This is our first one. We just kind of drilled out just to see what we had, what we could do. And we decided we want some heavier centers. So I drilled out one with some nice perimeter, some light center, and real heavy, or I should say some light middle holes. So just a few middle holes and then some pretty heavy center holes. And this one I've got a heavy center hole straight up and some heavy middle holes and then a lighter perimeter. So we'll try these and see what we like. Now we chamfered the inside of these sharp edges on this one. Let's go ahead and do these. And This can be just done by hand. In fact, you may want to do it by hand because this will grab. Really, really want to grab. Very light touch. Just enough to get a little bevel and take that sharp burr. That's all we want. Okay. That looks good. Now let's just punch them back out. And let's say that, so the center on this one is 1/4, and these are 3/16. We're just going to shove the drill bit through, take the last remaining couple little burrs out. Oh yeah, that's pretty much burr free for the most part. Let's do this one. Yep, that's not bad. A couple little ones, but I'm sure it's going to be fine. Okay, we want nice sharp edges on this to direct the flow. So, or at least I believe that is proper. Okay, now let's go ahead and get this one chamfered. And I just have the very slightest angle on these center ones. This one has a little bit more of an angle right here, and then these outer ones have quite a bit of an angle. So we'll just have to see how it turns out. Hopefully when I get off work today, we're going to run over here to my buddy's house and try all this out. So the next footage you see will be from the pond. Of course, we have our center hole, comes straight out the top, not quite perfectly centered, but it does come straight out. And then these have a slight angle. All the angles are the same anyway on the drill press. So as you can see, this is what we have here. That's what I come up with. All right. Our angles for this one. And then this one, we have, let's do this. We have those two, which are these are almost straight. They're just slightly. And then this one comes over here and has even more. Now compared to our original, the side angle is pretty much the same. So we should have similar spread, just heavier coverage all the way around. We'll see you at the pond. All right, guys, so we're out here at the pond, getting ready for this, getting excited. Now, I will say, if you're laying this thing down, I noticed this pipe, if you lay it on the side, it will want to warp a little bit, so just be mindful of that. You can always take a hammer and put it in it and bend it a little bit, kind of get it straightened out. So we did have a little bit of warpage because this thing was sitting in my truck overnight. But anyway, just straighten it up a little bit because it's going to want to off center. Okay, we got some landlines to put on. So we're just going to tie these on. Let's see. I guess we'll just do Something like that should work. Now, if your pond is real wide, you're gonna have to figure out how wide it is and get a rope wider than that. Cut it in half or 2 ropes or whatever. But we're able to do a 50-foot rope, and that will be enough to center this thing in it. So, okay, beautiful. Now, guys, what we're gonna do, of course, you saw the heads we drilled out, and we have already tested this at the shop at my house. So we're gonna put this one back on and put it in the pond and for a quick comparison before we do our other heads. So we're gonna use our original head that we tested at my house in my backyard. So, okay, let's do it. Let's get 1 stake. Guys, what we're gonna do, if you can still hear me. Okay, we have stakes. We're gonna drop 1 stake. 25 should be right here. I think we'll be fine, right? Yeah.
I slipped earlier when I was mowing.
So let's go drop it in the center, right over there. So let's drop a stake here, I think. Just see what we have. Okay. All right, I got this.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I need to switch that because we have our cord coming off right here by this rope.
Oh, yeah.
So
This rope needs to be the anchor on this side.
Yeah, it does. So I'm actually going to twist it up a little bit. All right, let me swap this out. Try not to fall in. Okay. So we just need to launch him. We probably need to pull some of this grass back so we don't get it packed full of grass.
Yeah.
Do you have
like a rake or something?
A rake or a stick?
You need this right here.
So, because I don't want to launch it and get it packed full of junk right off the bat.
Grass that's in there.
Yeah. Right here, whichever you think will be the best. As long as we don't have the thing stuck full of grass right off the bat, I think we're good. So, okay, so let's launch it. Now, I was waiting for that thing to go.
Like a robot.
There's your rope. So I'm gonna go just frame, and then you're gonna walk around.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, almost lost my boot, bro. Okay, guys, so we realize the rope isn't long enough to get around the curve. So I'm gonna yank this and walk back so he has room to walk around the point. So just hold the end of the rope, the very end, and walk around the edge, and I think we'll be fine. And just pull it how much you need. Guys, that thing is floating so good. You're good, just pull it how you need it. Oh yeah. Thing is floating so good, guys. I'm in the grass. Let me pull on it, hang on. Oh, there we go. Bro, is your rope long enough?
What I'm worried about. So, I've got another rope for temporary I can go ahead and just tie on.
Yeah. It's not gonna be long enough.
No.
Fail. Well, we can try it. Well, can we try it right here? We might want to try it right here anyway, so.
Yeah, so that we can change the heads.
Yeah, as long as we don't suck a bunch of junk up, which I think we're okay. Let me go ahead and stick in here. Okay. I'm gonna anchor, and our guesstimation was grossly inadequate.
Pond's a little bigger than we thought.
Okay, it's in the grass. Let's go get another rope for this.
Yeah, let's move it on.
Let's do it. Okay.
I got a really long rope.
But yeah, check it out, guys. Thing is floating so well. We could have definitely used less flotation, but with a little gunk and junk in it, it's probably going to lower anyway. Okay, so we're going to lengthen this rope, guys. Okay, walk it on around. She's floating free. Sweet. Yeah, we need more rope. Oh well.
You might be able to cut this one and use the extra.
Yeah. Nice. That's not actually too bad. Okay, let's get some cords and plug this in, see what we got. All right, guys, maiden voyage. I'm gonna fall over. All right, let's do it. Oh, bro.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta be kidding me. Look at that. That is amazing. And this is just our junk head we made. Just to try it.
Hey, high five. High five while you're filming. That's awesome.
All right, let's try some new heads.
Check.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so good too. Wow. That is cool.
Thank you, Lord. That is really cool.
That's amazing. All right. Now let's turn it off and try some new heads. And there it is, guys. That's the first head we just drilled by hand. We're going to try these other ones we made, but man, that's so amazing. The most amazing part is we didn't even know if this was going to work. Like the size of holes and the pattern I drilled out, it was just to try it. And that's already pretty cool. All right, guys, we just switched it out. He's going to pull it back over there in the center. Okay. All right, I'm going to plug it in. I'm off camera here. So this is our heavy center. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Huh. That's pretty cool too. It's a little higher. It's a prettier pattern.
Prettier.
Yeah. It's got a little oscillation to it.
Yeah, it does, and it's more even.
Yeah, that's probably what you're going to want with the wind. Let's try the other one though.
Yep.
All right, let's try the other one. As you can see, guys, this is why we did a filter, because of all this junk in this pond. We don't want to plug this pump up, burn this pump up, so. But my filter got heavy, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to tie it to the top of this basket better.
Maybe you want zip ties? Would that help or no?
I'm thinking, yeah, you're right. We should zip tie it to this ledge. Just zip tie it, run them through.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Okay. Yeah, they're not eating me as bad.
No, they're not hardly touching me. They're still there.
Still bad enough, but.
Yeah. This rope came off. That's why we're having to redo it. Where he's gonna zip tie it on rather than
rope it.
I'm gonna still leave the rope around. But...
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point we can pull this off. As you can see, we didn't get any grass in here at all.
Yep, none.
So that's awesome.
It's clean, just from what just came on there when we took the basket off.
Yeah. Definitely some sludge coming through, which is fine, as long as it's just the little stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna grab a drill bit. We're gonna drill holes in this lip of the basket and then zip tie them. All right, let's get some holes. In fact, this is a basket really working out for this. All right, we're tied. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I don't know why they're like swarming me so bad.
That spray is helping 75% of them though.
All right. Okay, here we go, guys.
Okay, this is the third and final cap.
I don't know, it's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. To me, this is similar to the first, but more consistent.
Need to go your way a little bit. So let me give you a little more. Yeah, this looks amazing. I'm surprised that just drilling it out like that worked as well as it did. So this is the heavy center. The one we drilled out with a 1/4 inch hole in the center. And then I think with 3/16 we had 4 holes around it. And then the 9/32 around the perimeter, not too many of them. And you can see it's sitting there a little bit off center. So the pattern is sort of hitting the water a little bit off. You can actually see the 4 center, the 1, 2, 3, 4 center holes, and there's the center hole. So it's not sitting exactly flat in the water, but it'll probably end up straightening itself out a little bit. We can always attach some weights or something to get it perfect, but that's not far off. Got a little oscillation. That's actually really cool. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do here is see if we can flatten this out so the center spray hits on the base on the float. Okay, so here we are. I think this is just a little bent. Okay, guys, well, if you recall, when we put this thing in, we put this pipe and we sandwiched the fittings between this top, but the top is flexible. We put the foam in, it didn't really lock it in like you would expect. It's foam, so it'll squish. And what's happened is the pipe is allowed to manipulate from the top of this barrel. So what I would recommend, you remember how we put those screws, we put those 3 screws and we screwed it into the PVC to help grip the foam. What we should have done is gone up a little bit and probably done 3 screws and then got pieces of PVC and wedged them into the bottom corner here to where the pipe and the lid are locked in and it has to move as a unit instead of the pipe being able to wiggle around. Because now, what I'm gonna have to do is, see how I'm able to bend it? We need to try to bend it and get it stretched back level better. You know, our pump is on center, so our pump really isn't making it do this. It's just how the foam dried, probably more than anything. So let's just put a little pressure on it, see if we can get it to bend back. And it'll probably be fine. It'll eventually relax. And if you wanted it perfect, you should spend the $2,000, I guess. Now that's better. Let's try that out in the pond. Okay, let's try it. Hang on. Oh, oh yeah. Okay guys, well, this is it. We're installed. Let's see how well we did straightening this. Oh,
That's perfect.
it's hitting on it a little bit. Not terrible.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty close. That's better. Definitely better. All right. Okay guys, so we settled on the one that had the 1/4-inch hole in the center. The rest of these are okay, but we like the pattern on this one. It's a heavy center. You can see the center is distinctly higher, and then the sides are sort of spread out. It looks nice. And yeah, let's do a walk around. Oh, I got a rainbow. Check it out.
Really?
Yeah. Now what he's probably going to do is take his landline and drop like a 3/4 galvanized rod and just get that. That's an anchor line. This white one's an anchor line that we cut too short and thought it was going to be long enough. So probably extend it. We'll put a post in so that the rope is not being able to be seen, not visible. It'll look better obviously if that rope drops in the water. But yeah. Oh, it looks good on this side with the sun coming through it. You can definitely see the high center from those 4 heavy holes, or 5 heavy holes. Oh yeah, that looks so good. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. That's it right there, boys. Do you need a fountain pump?